Welcome student on another video lecture. Topic is alkaloid. Alkaloids, these are often contain at least one nitrogen atom in heterocyclic ring. So when we see the basic structure of alkaloid, in that it is made up of heterocyclic ring. That ring may be a 6-membered ring or 5-membered ring is there, and in that a nitrogen atom is present. So at least one nitrogen atom in heterocyclic ring. It is the important character or function of or structure, important thing in the structure of alkaloid. These are the nitrogenous compound. Main important thing is that they are nitrogenous compound. They are basic in nature, and because of that they are also known as alkali-like compounds. So from name itself, from the alkaloid, we can say that alkaloid means those compounds which are alkali-like. They are basic in nature. These compounds are known as alkaloids. They possess remarkable physiological action on human and other animal. So marked physiological or pharmacological action is produced by these drugs, and they are used in treatment of various diseases, or they are having therapeutic activity of the different constituents which comes under alkaloidal group. They are present in the plant. These are the active components of numerous medicinal plant and plant derived drugs. So active components of medicinal plant and those drugs which are derived from plants, they contain alkaloid. They are having structural diversity. The basic thing is that in heterocyclic ring there is a nitrogen, but the structure of each and every group of alkaloid is different. So there is diversity in structure, as well as having marked physiological or pharmacological activity are unique to any other group of natural products. So basic thing is that they are nitrogenous compound, nitrogen in heterocyclic ring, basic in nature, and they are having marked physiological action. Now distribution and occurrence of alkaloid. Alkaloids are generally occur in all parts of the plant, but sometimes they are accumulated in particular organ. As such, when we find the distribution of alkaloid, then it is observed that it is present in all parts of the plant. It is present in stem, root, leaves, bark, different parts of the plant that contains alkaloid. But sometimes what will happen, they are accumulated in particular organ, whereas at same time other organs are free of alkaloid. So when they are accumulated in particular organ, for example leaves, then at that time when we find that the other organs of that plant, they are free of alkaloids. The alkaloids are not present in other organs, but all the alkaloids, they are accumulated in leaves. For example, the edible tubers of the potato plant are devoid of alkaloid. When we see the potato tubers of potato plant, then there will be no presence of any alkaloid. They are devoid of alkaloid. No alkaloidal presence is there. But when we see the green parts of that same plant, it contains poisonous alkaloid solanine. So the green parts of the plant that contains alkaloid, that is a solanine alkaloid, which is poisonous in nature. But when we see the tubers of potato plant, there will be no alkaloid is present in that part of the plant. The organ in which alkaloid accumulated is not always the site of their synthesis. So it is always not necessary that alkaloids which are accumulated in any part of the plant, that particular part of the plant is site of synthesis also. For example, when we see the tubers of potato plant, the alkaloid is present in only green parts and it is not present in tuber of plant. But it is not necessary that the synthesis will take place in green part of the plant only. So same example is we can see in case of tobacco, nicotine is produced in the root. So the site of synthesis of nicotine is root, and they are translocated in the leaves where it accumulates. So when we need a nicotine alkaloid, we will select a part of plant is leaves, but this leaves is not the site of synthesis of that nicotine. It is synthesized in the root and then it is translocated in the leaves, and it is then where it accumulates, and part of the plant which we select for therapeutic purpose is the leaves of nicotine, but the site of synthesis of that nicotine is root. So it is always not necessary that both the site of synthesis as well as the part of plant where the alkaloid is accumulated, they are same. They are the site of synthesis and the part of the plant where it is accumulated or where it is present, they are different in case of alkaloid. It is not necessary that both are same. When we see the distribution of alkaloid in various plants, pteridophytes and gymnosperm, it contains the drugs which comes under the pteridophyte or gymnosperm group, that is ephedra and taxus, which contains alkaloid. After that, angiosperm, in case of angiosperm, the distribution is uneven distribution of alkaloid is there. Dicotyledonous orders like Salicalis, Phagallis, Cucurbitalis, Olealis, all these does not contain alkaloid. They are the orders which are free from alkaloidal content. Alkaloids, they are commonly found in orders such as Centrospermi, Magnolialis, Ranunculalis, Papaverellis, Rosalis, Rutalis, Gentialis, Tubiflori. All these orders contains the plants which comes under all these orders, they contain alkaloid. So this is about the distribution and occurrence of alkaloid. Now classification of alkaloid. First one is taxonomical classification. This classification is based on distribution of alkaloid in various plant families. So according to the taxonomical classification, means classification according to the which order, which family, which genus, all the alkaloids all the orders and families which contains alkaloids, they are grouped under one head, that is the taxonomical classification. And the families which show the presence of alkaloid, they are Solanaceae and Papilionaceae alkaloids. They are found in plant families. Sometimes they are grouped as per the name of group genus. Which genus contain that alkaloid, according to that they are grouped. So this is the taxonomical classification. According to the taxonomical classification, those drugs which contains alkaloid, they are grouped under one head. Ephedra and cinchona, all these are the alkaloid drugs which contain alkaloid as important constituent. Second classification is biosynthetic classification. This method gives the significance to the precursor from which the alkaloids are biosynthesized in the plant. From which precursor these particular alkaloid, they are biosynthesized in the plant. The significance or importance is given to the precursor from which the different alkaloids are biosynthesized. The alkaloids or secondary metabolites which are different, but the precursor is same, and from that precursor different alkaloids are biosynthesized in the plant. They are grouped together. Hence the variety of alkaloids with different taxonomic distribution and physiological activities can be brought under same group. So different varieties of alkaloid with different taxonomic distribution and physiological activity. Though they are having different taxonomic distribution, they are present in different families, different genus, different organ or different order, but and they are having different pharmacological activity. But if they are synthesized from that particular precursor, then they are grouped under one head, that is the biosynthetic classification. Though they are having different pharmacological activities, though they are distributed in very different organ, different genus, different families, but if they are synthesized from same precursor by the plant, then they are brought under same group in case of biosynthetic classification. If they are derived from same precursor, for example, all indole alkaloids from tryptophan are grouped together. So all the indole alkaloids which are synthesized from precursor, that is tryptophan, they are grouped under one head. Alkaloids derived from amino acid precursors are grouped in same class such as ornithine, lysine, tyrosine, phenylalanine, tryptophan. So all these alkaloids, all the alkaloids which are derived from amino acids, they are grouped under one head, and all the alkaloids which are derived or which are biosynthesized from tryptophan, they are grouped under one head. Such type of classification is known as biosynthetic classification of alkaloid. Next one is pharmacological classification. This classification is based on pharmacological action or biological activity of the alkaloids on animal. For example, CNS stimulants or depressant, they are grouped under that. Sympathomimetics, they are grouped under one head. Analgesics, so according to their pharmacological activity, the activity or action or therapeutic purpose for which they are used, according to that they are grouped under one head in case of pharmacological classification of alkaloid. This is the method does not take into account of chemical nature of whatever the chemical nature of that compound, that is not considered in case of pharmacological classification. Only the therapeutic use or pharmacological action which is produced by that group or which is produced by the alkaloid, that is only considered in case of pharmacological classification of alkaloid. Whatever the chemical nature, which type of ring is there and what is the chemical structure of that alkaloid, that will not take into account, that will not consider in case of pharmacological classification of alkaloid. Within the same chemical structure, the alkaloid can exhibit more than one physiological action. Example, morphine is a narcotic analgesic while quinidine is cardiac depressant. Same chemical structure of alkaloid, the narcotic analgesic, that is morphine and quinidine, they are having same chemical structure but they are having different physiological action or pharmacological action. For example, morphine is a narcotic analgesic whereas quinidine is a cardiac depressant. So the chemical structure of that particular alkaloid, that will not consider in case of pharmacological classification of alkaloid. Next one is chemical classification. This classification is most accepted way to specify the alkaloids. Alkaloids are categorized into three divisions. So the most accepted classification of alkaloid is chemical classification of alkaloid. So true alkaloids, these are the alkaloids, they are having heterocyclic ring with nitrogen and derived from amino acids. Protoalkaloids, these does not have heterocyclic ring with nitrogen but they are also derived from amino acid. So those group of alkaloids which are derived from amino acids but they does not contain any nitrogen or a heterocyclic ring, they are grouped under protoalkaloids. True alkaloids, they are having nitrogen in heterocyclic ring and also derived from amino acid. Whereas pseudoalkaloids, these are the alkaloids having heterocyclic ring with nitrogen but they are not derived from amino acids but they are derived from terpenoids and purine by the plants in their biosynthetic pathway. Biosynthetic pathway, the precursor is terpenoids or purine and it is not an amino acid in case of pseudoalkaloid. So this is about the classification of alkaloid. If you like my video, please press the like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you.